What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. And today we've got a Gladiator with a little bit of lift and some tire. We're gonna do our normal walk around and take it for a quick drive. So guys, as you can see, we've got this really cool Sarge green Sport Gladiator sitting up on some 35-inch tall Coopers on some Anthem off-road wheels in that 20-inch size with a pretty aggressive offset here. As you can see, they do hang out of the fenders a little bit, but other than that, it is again a stock Sport Gladiator with that Mopar 2-inch lift with the awesome Fox shocks. But yeah, just with the lift and the wheels and tires, it just completely changes the look of this thing and makes it look a lot meaner. So guys, let's go jump on the road and see how this thing drives now with the lift and tires on the Gladiator. So guys, we'll take this thing out like we do normally on our test drives here and see how this thing feels. Now, this being on the 20-inch wheels is going to be a little bit harsher of a ride than if you were to keep the factory 17s or 18s if you're an overland. So again, going to be a little bit harsher because with those 20-inch tall tires, you've got a lot less sidewall than you would if you had the same 35-inch tall with the 17s or 18s. And the more sidewall you have, essentially you're going to have a little better ride and a little better off-road, as you've got some more tire flex and sidewall to work with if you're actually out wheeling this thing out on the rocks. But if 20s are your thing, it honestly doesn't look bad. It definitely makes a statement while you're going down the road. But still, even with the 20s, I'm pretty sure this Mopar 2-inch lift with those Fox shocks is still going to ride better than a lot of the lesser aftermarket lifts out there. Now, this also does have the Mopar tire size calibration done to it, which again is really nice. You can have it done through the dealership. You measure the overall height of the tires, and then that is programmed to the vehicle. And not only does that fix the speedometer from being incorrect from the larger tires, it also changes the stability control and the transmission shift points, all to better work with and utilize those larger tires. So all of the systems on the vehicle are on the same page and everything's going to work the same. So as we're accelerating onto the road here, we still have decent pickup and go. Even with the Sport, without our deeper Rubicon gear ratios, it still moves up to speed fine. Now, you definitely feel the increased weight from the heavy 20s and those 35s, but still, I'm already up to speed without even trying hard. And guys, like I say on all of these videos with that Mopar lift, and this one specifically, even with the big huge 20s, it still just rides and drives so nicely. I mean, how many vehicles are you putting 20-inch wheels with 35s on and able to let your hands off the wheel and it drive straight down the road? Out of the box with no other messing with aftermarket steering dampeners, it just works out of the box. One of the big things that the Mopar lift has going for it is the longer, lower front control arms, which fixes the caster angle, adds a little bit of caster, because when you lift a solid axle vehicle, you're going to lose caster. As you lose caster, it's going to be more wandery and be darty and drive all over the road. And again, most aftermarket lifts don't address the caster angle. You're looking at aftermarket control arms that are adjustable or whatever. The Mopar lift already has them. Nice factory style bushings on the control arms that are a longer length, fixes the caster angle, and everything's happy. So again, one of the benefits of spending the little bit more on that Mopar lift is the fact the caster's where it needs to be. And yeah, not that this is a rough road, but I'm driving down the road and it's not jarring me all over the place. I'm not bouncing down the road. It's not driving all over the place. It just works well. Of course, You're sitting up taller. I've got a little more noise from those Cooper mud terrains on the ground, but really, it drives great. When you think of big lifted off-road Jeeps or trucks, years ago, they would be a handful. You couldn't really daily drive them, or if you did, you were just constantly working at the wheel, worrying about death wobble, worrying about braking, worrying about all the things that you don't have to worry about anymore because everything is so nice with the fit and finish. And JLs and JTs do have quite a bit bigger factory brakes than the older JKs. So a lot of the braking issues or lack of braking power as you put larger tires on the older JKs aren't an issue on the JLs and JTs because they come factory with the much larger brakes. And another benefit of that Mopar lift is the fact you still keep your factory warranty. And that's not to say that an aftermarket lift obviously or immediately voids your warranty, but if some part of the aftermarket lift caused a rattle or a squeak or something to go bad, then that unfortunately wouldn't be covered by Jeep. Now with the Mopar lift on, you don't ever have to worry about it. If you had a shock issue, sway bar link, any weird issue with any of the lift components or related suspension components, you can rest assured knowing you could go to any Jeep Dodge Chrysler dealership in the United States and it be covered under your 3-year, 36,000 mile factory warranty. And that is kind of reassuring if you're going to be doing a lot of long trips or traveling to go off-roading, is if for some reason you did have a shock fail or a sway bar link start making noise, you could go to a dealership and have that replaced under warranty. And that's pretty cool. Your aftermarket lift, you're definitely not going to have that kind of support. Now maybe the lift company has a lifetime warranty on their parts, but you're still contacting the company, you're dealing with that versus just going to a dealership and having it taken care of, parts and labor covered under warranty. That's kind of a cool benefit, you got to admit. And the fact with a Rubicon, you can fit 37s with the Mopar 2-inch, and any other trim you can fit 35s with that Mopar 2-inch. That is plenty big and definitely extremely capable off-road. And guys, as I've been talking to you, this thing's road manners are extremely nice. Obviously, as we said, I'm driving with one hand on the wheel and we're just tracking very straightly down the road. So guys, hopefully you liked a little bit of Gladiator action here on the channel. And until next time, thanks for watching and we'll catch you guys next time.